Hi, I am Maggie, and I'm very grateful you joined me here on my channel. What we're working on right now is care tools for self-care. When you get a chance, please subscribe, like, and leave your comments because I love to get them. Okay, so the care tool that we're going to be talking about today is distract and educate yourself. Now, if we can do this with our children, we can definitely do that with ourselves. So not thinking about something is easier said than done. The key is to find a different topic to occupy your mind in place of your repetitive negative ones. So those ruminating monkey minds. Certain activities that engage your brain require concentration and prevent you from spending energy thinking about your problem or worry. Have you ever noticed that sometimes when you're just stuck in your negative thoughts, if you get up and walk into another room, drink water, or if you take a walk around the block, or even just go to the bathroom, it stops? You may not realize it, but if you're aware, start kind of taking notes on yourself. Healthy, fun, or more productive activities that are good at distracting your focus towards the positive. Actionable solutions may include, so these are a couple tips, and we want to also thank Louise for this article. I know these tools are everywhere, but we're just trying to bring more awareness here because all of us, I really do think, could use a little more self-care. The whole world is in need of self-care. So we're here, right? We're here. So one of these positive things could be have good faith in and connection with a higher power, such as God, right? So if you're in your church or you're in your yoga studio or you're in nature or you find connecting with God through music, however you do that. But make sure you spend that time because it's obvious that there is a higher power in charge. When you just look around at everything that is, wow. Okay, another thing we could do is journaling, and we talked about that. So journaling doesn't have to just be the way that we said it with the list on the lesson. You can journal, you can write positive affirmations, you can write down your dreams and goals and keep reinforcing that. You can write anything that you need to, because like we said before, if you get it out in the open or out on paper in your computer or even with a good trusted friend, it can then also sometimes allow you to wiggle into the energies of the solution. You can chat with a good trusted friend. You can join a supportive online group that has similar issues, or just a supportive online group that is positive. There are lots out there. One that I've been finding is Reality Revolution with Brian Scott. He posts daily, and when he posts, the chat's open, and I have just found the community to be so wonderful. I've also, though, like Elmer Olak's channel. We also have Dr. Greg Braden. Dr. Joe Dispenza. There's multiple communities out there. Joseph Prince, I think he's a doctor actually. He has a wonderful site. So lock into things that are going to uplift you. Like I Am Maggie, lock into this channel. Read a book. Okay, so what's neat is you can read books. You can do the audibles. There's so many ways to get information. You could watch a funny movie. So like Norman Cousins had cancer, I believe it's 2 times. And both times he locked himself in a room and he watched funny movies and he made himself laugh and he was able to cure himself of cancer. So funny movies, funny people, fun things that make you laugh. Comedy, right? Solve a crossword puzzle or logic puzzle. So when we kind of use other parts of our brain, that also gets us to like get off of that ruminating or negative thought because we are involved actively in a task. Exercise is so, it really isn't underrated. I mean, you do not want to do it till you are breaking your bones and things, but exercise, getting that body moving. A body in motion stays in motion, right? So it is super good for your joints. But anyway, exercise such as walking, yoga, praise moves, tai chi, aerobics, whatever it is, 30 minutes a day. Just even if you have uh, aversions to exercise, it just can be a walk in your neighborhood. It does not need to be a triathlon. Just try it. 30 minutes a day. Take your dog with you. You know, just try it and you will see improvement. Mindful meditation and self-reflective practices. So that time that we spend alone in meditation and prayer, kind of praying into things, looking into ourselves, really helps bring in a lot of bountiful, positive solutions for us, because we get a moment to contemplate ourselves, our place in the world, and our way forward. And just sometimes just being aware of what we actually are doing. Play cards or a board game with friends. Another thing would be making a vision board, because a vision board is where, without vision, my people will perish. We want to have a vision. We want to have a beautiful vision of the direction we're going. How about gardening? Gardening is wonderful. You get out there in your garden, put your feet in the earth, your hands in the earth, you start grounding, and those negative frequencies have to go. Walking your dog or playing games with your pet. Stress cleaning to music you bop along to. So I know a lot of people, they pump on their techno or they put their rap music and they get going cleaning their house. But when you clean your house and then when it's all clean, you feel amazing. Or you could also learn a language, sing. It doesn't matter who's listening, just sing. Writing, reading, cooking, painting, pottery, how to play a musical instrument, any one of those. Volunteer at a hospital, a church, a charity, a pet shelter, or help an elderly neighbor. So a lot of times when we go outside of ourselves, instead of looking in and getting in that negative thought and getting depressed, you go out and you help someone. I can't remember who said this, but he said if you're ever depressed, the solution is to get up out of your house, walk across the train tracks, and go help somebody less fortunate than you. That really a lot of times gives us this higher perspective to what other people are going through, and that our situation isn't that bad. And if our situation is that bad, it also gives us the perspective that our situation will be much better improved if we are living in our purpose and helping others. Eat healthy. Try intermittent fasting, cold pressed juicing, and taking supplements that support mental health, such as omega-3 fatty acids, 5-HTP, GABA, vitamin B complexes, magnesium, ashwagandha, kava root, and chamomile tea. So there literally is like a plethora of things you could do to help you along the lines of healthy foods and supplements. And I mean, there is a ton of resources out there. For women, I would recommend you checking out Dr. Kelly Brogan. She has a lot of amazing free recipes out. Well, she's for women, but these recipes are good for men too. They're just healthy, clean living. There is the medical medium. He has just amazing juicing recipes and ways to heal and food. I mean, every one of his books is on point. But don't sit back if nutrition and food, just start taking the step of 1,000 miles, because every time you learn a little body hack or brain hack or heart hack or any type of hack to improve your health, you're that much better performing in the world. You're that much, like, those ruminating thoughts have to leave because you're holding such a high vibration of health. Try aromatherapy using calming essential oils such as lavender, rose, ylang, melissa, bergamot, and royal chamomile. So with essential oils, I have found it really depends on the person. So if you don't like an oil, if you can, keep trying till you find something that does soothe you. Um, Everybody's kind of, their senses are a little different. In the medical field, we will use peppermint and lavender a lot of times to try to help soothe nausea. So it's just a thought, give it a chance. If it's not your thing, that's okay. And talk with your doctor, who may suggest referring you for counseling sessions should you need it. Our doctors, our psychologists, and our psychiatrists, they may be able to help you in person, by phone, and online. COVID and the pandemic has opened up a lot of opportunities for people to get healthcare and help in different ways. So again, a good trusted friend in your medical care and in whoever you are talking to. So there are many creative ways that you can work through a challenge or to stop ruminating thoughts. These activities are good for anything if you're making a change for the better in any way in your life. There are a lot of suggestions and nuggets in here. So choose an activity that you enjoy so you're not bored and you're not thinking of these negative ruminating thoughts again and again. And you can do it. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So as I think, different people have different timelines on habits and how long it takes to change a habit. But I know this, if you start walking in the right direction or the positive direction, away from the negative towards the positive, there will eventually be this critical tipping mass where you will start moving in the direction of your dreams. An example of this I just want to share is that when I worked with people who were smokers and they wanted to quit smoking, what I noticed is that if you encouraged them and you were compassionate and kind and continued to encourage them, it could take many, many times before they finally really kicked smoking. But if they didn't give it up, they always were able to successfully quit. But it was like if somebody was critical and beating down on them and kind of like getting at them, and they didn't have that support, and they didn't keep persisting, then that was a different outcome. So I want to encourage you to persist in whatever activity you're choosing, to step from your ruminating negative side to your positive side. So that is the dominant energy in yourself and in the room. On that note, please subscribe, please like, leave your comments. I love them. And remember, peace in, peace out.